My brother and I asked our father to buy us the dart game that attaches to a goal, but although he had just been paid, he scolded us for making a mistake. He said he wasn't paying attention, or that we didn't know the darts in this game were real. Imagine the trouble if my brother and I made sharp tools. You know what? Despite wondering what could happen, nothing occurred except the known event. After playing and sleeping, my sleeping spot was unexpectedly under the goal. The channel translator made the decisive move to execute an explosive login into the house and then closed the heavy iron wrap door with all his ultimate strength and might. The gang was so powerful and influential that it was enough to make both darts fall from the goal in all places throughout this entire world. She's upset with me. Why did I suffer this injury out of all possible ones? At least having an injury or causing one would be something to be proud of. Don't make me look like the bowl where they spat butter, and I wasn't even covered with any padding or anything that could lessen the pain of the darts a little. I went to my father at that time for help, and he took the game away from my brother and me. Once it was released, we burdened him, causing my brother and me to question why we brought it back. So we installed one to work on the magnet, but this later caused a much bigger problem. Subscribe to the channel. The channel translator, while having minor issues, is not worse than the time when my leg went missing. When I was playing with my sister's daughter, chasing her and running from the living room to the room and back to the living room, the translators are asking many people to subscribe to the channel. She began chasing me because I'm accustomed to her. I'm afraid of balloons, so I keep running and laughing, while she relentlessly pursues me and becomes exhausted. And between the living room and the room, there is like a small step that we have to go up, and while I was running away from my sister's daughter, my little toe got hit by the edge. I scraped it against the step hard as I was moving forward. I sat in the middle of this without them knowing I was breathing. Air isn't getting into my body, and at the same time I'm not screaming so my sister's daughter doesn't get scared. When I looked at my foot, I saw that it was bleeding and next to it on the ground was my toenail. The problem is that I wrapped my toe with a regular tissue and continued playing with my daughter, and I didn't expect to regret neglecting my toenail so much. I mean, even I didn't even put on antiseptic, just like a medical bandage, and I didn't think much about it because I expected my nail to completely grow back on its own. And it really grew back on its own, but in appearance compared to my other nails, the nail shape is very blurred and deformed. I neglected it until the pain worsened. At the clinic, they told me, "Your nail looks good, it's not a problem, and the solution is easy." Thank you, doctor. Tell me how we'll solve this. They'll remove your nail again, causing me severe pain. I learned that it's not the best thing to be ignorant of pain until it hits me, or later encounter people with much greater manners, and I don't know if I do this on my own, but when I fall and get a bruise. And I press on the bruise area like that because I want to feel the pain, yeah. I don't know if I do this alone, but please write in the comments so I don't feel like I'm alone. The most serious injury I experienced was twisting my leg while leaving the house for a walk. I wanted to hold on to something before stepping outside. Where did you go? Because my channel has gained numerous subscriptions, whenever I venture outside, I confidently behave as if I am the main character walking in the rain. And that didn't stop me from going out but annoyed me because I stubbornly wanted to take a jacket with me, and all my jackets were in the laundry so he gave me his worst jacket. I resembled a president, so my father warned me to be careful when going out. He said because we once lived in the mountains, any fall could happen anytime in the Emirates. The channel translator said there was no one, and I started to go outside. The first step I took was outside the house. My leg twisted and slipped on the descending slope. I kept bracing and striking until a sewage container struck me. Thank God my father's jacket was thick because it protected me from most injuries, but when I came out, I found as if a piece of my leg's skin was missing, and so on. Imagine my father drinking cocoa when he saw his son and turned, saying, "Dad, help me. You're nothing to me. Don't be afraid, I'm fine." He demanded, "Give me the jacket," brandishing its pristine form and threatening to thrash me. It was intact for 15 years and worn once. I ruined it, made it messy, so naturally my father was upset. And afterwards, I was just joking with him about the matter and how I ruined his jacket, and even though he was still upset with me, he hit me on the head, though the blow was light. Yeah, everything's fine. Why are you believing it? No, nothing, your head's messed. The problem is having to go out like this on the street, with people staring and laughing. It's not the first time they've laughed at me. She shared with her friends what happened to me due to her bad behavior, violating my virtue.